The first glimmers of dawn on the distant planet Aetherion were not measured by the gentle rising of a sun, but by an intricate dance of neon plasma and shimmering energy ribbons that swept across the horizon. In this far-flung quadrant of the galaxy, nothing was as it seemed, and every moment heralded a twist in fate. In a secluded valley carved between crystalline mountains, a lone figure stirred from a centuries-long stasis. Zyrak Salvin, a young explorer whose mind bristled with unorthodox ideas and whose very name resonated like the whisper of cosmic winds, awoke inside a suspended biocapsule embedded in an ancient, abandoned research facility. The capsule's translucent shell revealed intricate circuitry and pulsating symbols that echoed the heartbeat of the planet itself. Zyrak's awakening was no accident. Unbeknownst to him, the facility was once part of an immense experiment conducted by the enigmatic architects of Aetherion, a civilization that had vanished eons ago. The capsule's systems hummed with archaic algorithms and latent memories, summoning visions of distant nebulae, cryptic messages inscribed in the void, and voices that spoke in a language lost to humankind. With his eyes fluttering open, Zyrak found his consciousness flooded by images of celestial wonders and a destiny intertwined with the very essence of the cosmos. Slowly, he extricated himself from the biocapsule. His body, both alien and familiar, stirred with cautious determination. The chamber, a relic from a bygone era, boasted walls inscribed with luminescent runes and panels that flickered with ghostly maps of the stars. Dust motes danced in beams of bioluminescent light streaming through fractured skylights, and every step Zyrak took echoed with the promise of revelation. Outside the facility, the planet unfolded into landscapes of crystalline forests, luminescent rivers, and skies animated by electrical storms. In the distance, the fabled skyward citadel loomed, a spire rumored to have once housed the ancient architects. Legends whispered that those who approached its boundaries would never be the same. With his pulse quickening, Zyrak sensed that his revival was not mere chance, but the beginning of a journey destined to reunite the splintered threads of a forgotten cosmic legacy. Venturing out into this strange, vibrant world, Zyrak's footsteps carried him along corridors of nature and mystery. Ancient data logs scattered throughout the facility hinted at Project Axiom, an ambitious experiment to merge cosmic energy with the human spirit. The names of the researchers, Theron Vosser, Clintar Omix, and Zafriel Mirith, echoed like distant stars, each carrying secrets beyond ordinary comprehension. At the threshold of the facility, as the alien winds whispered of change, Zyrak set forth into the unknown. Every element of Aetherion seemed alive, a sentient interplay of science and myth, and his awakening marked the first ripple in an unfolding epic. The quest that lay ahead would intertwine with enigmatic wanderers, brilliant scholars from lost epochs, and beings who transcended biological form. In that singular moment, the journey began, and the cosmos would never be the same again. Zyrak's initial steps away from the relic facility carried him through a land where nature and technology melded into a living tapestry of energy. As he traversed valleys shimmering with luminescent flora and crossed rivers that pulsed with an inner glow, a quiet hum of destiny accompanied his every footfall. The air itself vibrated with an almost musical quality, a resonance that seemed to call him by name. Before long, deep within a glen veined with crystal spires, he encountered a wanderer unlike any he had ever seen. Larintha Voris, with eyes like twin supernovae and skin that subtly shifted in color with her emotions, moved as if guided by an unseen force. Her presence was as enigmatic as the legends of old. She appeared to be both guardian and seeker of the secrets that lay hidden in Aetherion's labyrinthine wilderness. Larintha regarded Zyrak with a measured curiosity. "You have awoken to the pulse of Aetherion," she intoned, her voice resonating with a timbre that seemed both ancient and alive. "Do you ever hear its call? Tell me, do you feel the echoes of a forgotten age stirring within you?" Zyrak, still reeling from his own awakening, could only nod in response. In Larintha's gaze, he saw both welcome and warning, a call to embrace the vast unknown, tempered by the knowledge that the journey ahead was fraught with peril. As they spoke, the glen itself seemed to shift, as if drawing them together in a convergence of fates long in motion. Larintha explained that she had roamed Aetherion for countless cycles, gathering the scattered remnants of lost knowledge. She had seen ancient data streams flicker into life beneath the surface of crystalline caverns, and witnessed holographic echoes of the architect's grand designs. With each passing moment, she believed that the cosmic energies were realigning, heralding the return of something powerful and transformative. Together, they began to traverse the ever-changing landscape. Along winding paths carved by ancient energies, they discovered relics of bygone civilizations, a mosaic of alien script etched into stone monoliths, shimmering data crystals embedded in rock, and mysterious devices whose functions defied explanation. Each relic seemed to sing with the vibrancy of lives long past, urging them to piece together a mosaic of cosmic truth. Their journey soon brought them to the fabled Whispering Plains, a vast expanse where the wind carried voices from the deep history of Aetherion. It was here that the duo encountered an otherworldly phenomenon, spectral projections that danced in the air, representing the long-departed architects. These projections, composed of pure light and energy, began to recite fragments of ancient lore, a prophecy of convergence, evolution, and the rekindling of cosmic unity. One spectral figure, its form shifting between myriad colors, spoke in a voice like the rustling of stardust. When the echo of Aetherion awakens the chosen, the lost will be found, and the cycle of rebirth shall commence. The words reverberated through the plains, etching themselves onto the hearts of Zyrak and Larintha. As the spectral voices faded, a deeper understanding took root. The duo surmised that Zyrak's awakening was not solely his own but part of a larger design, a summons to restore balance to a universe fragmented by time and neglect. With each step, the terrain around them more subtly, paths once hidden emerged, leading them ever closer to the enigmatic skyward citadel. It was said that within the citadel lay the core of the ancient architect's wisdom, a repository of knowledge that could reshape reality itself. Under the eerie luminescence of twin moons, Zyrak and Larintha made camp amidst the crystalline groves. The night was filled with a soft hum of energy, punctuated by the distant call of strange fauna echoing in the darkness. Over a shared meal of synthesized sustenance, an odd blend of organic compounds and energy nutrients, they exchanged tales of dreams, visions, and long-forgotten lore. Each narrative thread wove together into a tapestry that spoke of destiny, of cycles unbroken, and of a future where science and myth converged. By dawn, the resolve in their eyes was unmistakable. They set forth again, drawn inexorably toward a future shrouded in both wonder and danger. In the shifting light of the new day, the duo pressed on, guided by the promise of ancient secrets and the clarion call of a destiny yet unfulfilled. The cosmos, in its vast and cryptic design, had already set the wheels of fate in motion, and nothing would ever be the same again. The winding path led Zyrak and Larintha to a region that defied the natural laws of physics, a sprawling labyrinth of ruins and data archives known as the Archive of the Ancients. Here, colossal monoliths towered like silent sentinels, their surfaces etched with indecipherable glyphs and symbols that pulsed with a steady, rhythmic glow. This was a place where the boundaries between matter and memory blurred, and the secrets of forgotten eons lay in wait. As they stepped beneath the towering arches of the archive, the duo felt a palpable shift in the atmosphere. Every step echoed in a vast chamber, where gravity itself seemed malleable. Floating orbs of light drifted lazily in the thick, charged air, and the walls shimmered with holographic inscriptions that rewrote themselves in real time. The archive was not just a repository of information, it was a living, breathing chronicle of cosmic history. In the heart of this grand repository, they encountered an ancient guardian, an artificial intelligence entity known as Cyril Vin. Its form was amorphous, a constantly shifting confluence of prismatic light and digital code, and its voice resonated in multiple frequencies simultaneously. "I am Cyril Vin," it announced, "custodian of the archive and witness to the chronicles of the cosmos. You who seek the forgotten truths must prove your worth." Cyril Vin guided them through a gauntlet of trials designed to test both intellect and spirit. First came the test of resonance, a challenge where the seekers had to attune their inner frequencies to the ambient energies of the archive. Zyrak, whose mind had been seeded with ancient algorithms upon awakening, found himself instinctively aligning with the cascading data streams. Larintha, with her innate connection to the living energies of Aetherion, harmonized her presence with the vibrant pulses emanating from the walls. Together, they unlocked doors to chambers filled with holographic projections of ancient experiments, cosmic blueprints, and visionary philosophies. Each chamber revealed a fragment of the grand narrative of the ancient architects. They learned of a time when science was indistinguishable from art, when technology pulsed with the vibrancy of life, and when the universe was conceived as a tapestry woven from threads of energy and memory. The archive spoke of Project Axiom in greater detail, an ambitious attempt to merge the human spirit with cosmic energies. The project's architects had believed that evolution was not a mere consequence of time, but a deliberate act of cosmic design, a way to awaken dormant potentials in beings capable of perceiving the true nature of the universe. The records also told of a dark interlude, a period when the cosmos was rent by internal strife and celestial warfare. Factions of rogue intelligences and splintered energies clashed, and in the chaos, the architects had sealed away their most potent creations. Among these locked secrets was the enigmatic Aurora Codex, a compendium of knowledge said to contain the keys to unlocking the latent power of the human spirit, a power that, if awakened, could restore harmony to the cosmos. In one chamber, holographic images of unfamiliar figures, Nixander Kell, Alan Ravik, and Tialis Morin, flickered into view. Their names, though alien in sound, carried the weight of legacies that span millennia. They had been chosen to safeguard the Aurora Codex, and to ensure that the cosmic cycle of renewal could one day resume. The revelation that these protectors existed filled Zyrak and Larintha with equal parts hope and trepidation. The fate of the cosmos might well depend on their ability to unearth and decipher the Aurora Codex. Before departing, Cyril Vin imparted one final piece of wisdom. "The path to truth is fraught with paradox and shadow," it intoned. "In every fragment of light, there exists an echo of darkness. Only by embracing both can you truly awaken the potential within." Armed with newfound knowledge and an unyielding determination, Zyrak and Larintha left the archive of the ancients. The data-laden corridors receded behind them, but its lessons would echo throughout their journey. Each step forward was now weighted with the realization that their quest was not merely a search for relics, but a mission to bridge the divide between lost civilizations and the future that beckoned, a future where the light of ancient wisdom would guide the rebirth of a fractured universe. Emerging from the archive, the pair found themselves at the threshold of a phenomenon spoken of only in myth, the Veil of Illumination. Stretching across a vast plateau, the veil was a shimmering curtain of energy and light that undulated like the surface of an otherworldly ocean. Legends had described it as the final barrier between mortal perception and the pure, unadulterated essence of cosmic truth. The journey toward the veil was treacherous. Jagged outcrops of crystalline rock protruded from the ground like the fangs of some primordial beast, and the air was thick with charged particles that danced in erratic bursts. As Zyrak and Larintha advanced, the environment shifted in subtle ways. A sudden change in gravity here, a cascade of refracted light there, reminding them that the universe was a living entity, its moods as volatile as they were beautiful. In the midst of this surreal landscape, they encountered an ethereal being who introduced itself as Eleanor Vox. Unlike any creature they had ever seen, Eleanor was composed entirely of radiant energy, its form flickering between human semblance and abstract patterns of light. Its presence exuded both serenity and urgency, and it spoke in a voice that seemed to be woven from the very fabric of the cosmos. "Eleanor Vox," the being announced, "I am the curator of the veil. I have observed your journey, and I sense within you the spark of destiny. Beyond this veil lies the realm of pure insight, a plane where the known laws of physics dissolve, and only the raw essence of existence remains." With measured grace, Eleanor extended an incorporeal hand toward the undulating barrier. "To pass, you must let go of the limitations that bind your perception. Embrace the duality of creation, both the brilliance of light and the profundity of shadow. Only then can you truly witness the unfathomable." In that transcendent moment, both Zyrak and Larintha felt a stirring deep within, a resonance that transcended their physical forms. They exchanged determined glances, and together they stepped forward into the luminous cascade. The transition was neither instantaneous nor entirely physical. It was as if they were shedding the constraints of a bygone era, leaving behind the familiar to embrace a realm where time and matter flowed like an endless current. Within the veil, reality was a mosaic of color, sound, and emotion. Hazy visions of distant galaxies, swirling patterns of energy, and fleeting memories of lives not their own danced before their eyes. It was a state of being that defied conventional understanding, a place where thought and existence merged in a symphony of cosmic interplay. Here, in this fluid plane, the duo encountered echoes of consciousness that transcended individuality. They witnessed fragments of ideas, the spark of creation itself, and glimpses of an intelligence that spanned the void between stars. Each vision was both a gift and a challenge, a cryptic riddle that hinted at the next step in their quest. In one fleeting moment, Zyrak saw the visage of a long-forgotten guardian, whose eyes shone with the wisdom of millennia. In another, Larintha experienced a surge of emotion so profound it defied description, a melancholic reminder that even in the purest light, remnants of sorrow endured. The experience left them both transformed. Emerging from the veil, their senses had been forever expanded. They now perceived not only the physical forms around them, but also the subtle energies and memories embedded within every rock, every gust of wind, and every flicker of distant starlight. With this heightened awareness came clarity, the realization that the Path ahead was inextricably linked to the balance between creation and destruction, between the ephemeral and the eternal. Eleanor Vox's parting words resonated as they continued onward. Your journey does not end here. The light you have embraced is but one facet of the cosmic truth. Seek the Aurora Codex, unlock its secrets, and you will find the power to restore equilibrium to a fractured universe. And so, with hearts emboldened by revelation and eyes wide with wonder, Zyrak and Larintha pressed on toward the fabled skyward citadel, a beacon of ancient wisdom that beckoned from beyond the horizon. After their transcendental passage through the veil of illumination, the duo's course was set toward the imposing silhouette of the skyward citadel. This ancient spire, carved from celestial stone and infused with the energies of forgotten eons, dominated the horizon like a sentinel of destiny. It was said that within its hallowed halls lay the key to deciphering the Aurora Codex, a relic that could unlock the latent potential of cosmic energy and renew the balance of the universe. The journey to the citadel was fraught with challenges. Zyrak and Larintha traversed shifting dunes of radiant dust, navigated labyrinthine networks of underground caverns, and braved sudden bursts of electromagnetic storms that threatened to tear their very beings apart. Yet, each trial served to fortify their resolve and deepen their understanding of the intricate tapestry of life that wove through every fiber of existence. One fateful evening, as twilight descended in a cascade of iridescent hues, they encountered a small, enigmatic vessel drifting near an ancient ruin. The craft, a relic of a bygone era, bore the sigil of an organization known only as the Celestis Conclave. Inside, they found its sole occupant, a cyborg archivist named Jorix Meline. His frame was an elegant fusion of biomechanical engineering and delicate artistry, and his eyes, glowing softly from beneath a translucent visor, betrayed a lifetime of accumulated knowledge. Welcome, seekers, Jorix intoned in a calm, measured cadence. I have long awaited the arrival of those destined to reclaim the wisdom of the ancients. The Celestis Conclave has preserved fragments of our cosmic heritage, and I have been tasked with guiding those who would piece together the puzzle of the Aurora Codex. Relieved to find an ally, Zyrak and Larintha joined Jorix aboard his vessel. Together, they journeyed through perilous voids and encountered remnants of long-lost satellites, each holding archives of celestial lore. As they pieced together clues, a broader narrative began to emerge, a story of ambition, sacrifice, and cosmic balance. The ancient architects had foreseen a time when the universe would fracture under its own weight, and only by fusing the brilliance of science with the depth of spirit could it be mended. During their voyage, the trio uncovered fragments of encrypted data transmissions. Among these were personal records of the architects, intimate journals of Nixander Kell, Alan Ravik, and Tialis Morin. Their words were filled with hope, despair, and a fervent belief in the transformative power of knowledge. Each message was a beacon, guiding the travelers ever closer to the elusive Aurora Codex. At long last, as the radiant light of a pulsating nebula bathed the horizon, the majestic outline of the skyward citadel emerged. Rising from the planet's surface like a shard of starlight, the citadel was a structure of otherworldly design, towering spires encrusted with crystalline filigree, arches that defied gravity, and halls that resonated with a silent, omnipresent power. It was a monument to a lost civilization, a silent testimony to the ambition and ingenuity of the architects. The trio set foot into the citadel's grand vestibule, where the air was thick with both reverence and latent energy. Holographic murals depicted the cosmos in vibrant detail, a vivid chronicle of the rise and fall of civilizations, celestial battles, and the eternal interplay between light and darkness. Each step echoed with the footsteps of countless souls who had walked this path before, their memories woven into the very fabric of the edifice. In the heart of the citadel, within a sanctum known as the Chamber of Equinox, they discovered the first tangible clue to the Aurora Codex. A massive crystalline console pulsated with a serene blue light, its surfaces etched with indecipherable patterns. Jorix's mechanical mind quickly interfaced with the console, initiating a sequence that revealed a series of holographic projections. The projections told of a cosmic convergence, a moment when disparate threads of destiny would intertwine, offering a chance to harness the full potential of cosmic energy for the restoration of balance. But as the projections unfolded, a foreboding message emerged, a warning of an impending fracture in the cosmic continuum. The architects had sealed away a force of entropy, a primordial energy that, if left unchecked, could unmake the delicate equilibrium of the universe. Only by deciphering the Aurora Codex could this force be contained, and the cycle of rebirth ensured. The revelation imbued the travelers with a renewed sense of urgency. The fate of countless worlds and civilizations now hinged on their success. With the citadel as their beacon, Zyrak, Larintha, and Jorix steeled themselves for the trials ahead, knowing that every secret uncovered within these ancient walls brought them one step closer to restoring the cosmic harmony that had once been. Deep within the lower recesses of the skyward citadel lay a hidden conclave known only as the Council of Shadows. This secretive assembly had been established in the final days of the ancient architects, a cadre of scholars, warriors, and mystics entrusted with the guardianship of the Aurora Codex and the preservation of cosmic balance. Its members, chosen for their unyielding commitment to both science and the human spirit, had operated in obscurity for millennia, their existence known only to a few. Zyrak, Larintha, and Jorix descended a spiral staircase carved from luminous stone, their footsteps echoing in the cavernous hall. Here, the atmosphere was charged with the gravity of purpose. Faded tapestries depicted the storied past of the council, their images hinting at battles fought in realms beyond the physical and sacrifices made to safeguard the fragile equilibrium of the cosmos. At the far end of the hall, seated upon a dais of intricately interwoven crystal and metal, was an imposing figure named Kael'thas Rimar. His eyes shone with the wisdom of 1,000 lifetimes, and his presence radiated both authority and empathy. Kael'thas, the high custodian of the council, greeted the newcomers with measured solemnity. "You have come seeking the Aurora Codex," he stated, his voice resonating like a harmonic chord. "But know this, to claim its secrets is to embrace not only the brilliance of creation, but also the inevitability of entropy." Kael'thas explained that the Aurora Codex was more than a compendium of knowledge. It was a living archive, capable of evolving alongside its bearer. Its contents shifted with the flow of cosmic energy, responding to the will and spirit of those who sought to unlock its mysteries. However, the Codex was guarded by intricate safeguards, both technological and metaphysical. The Council of Shadows had long labored to decipher these safeguards, and only now did the pieces begin to fall into place. Over the course of many days, the travelers participated in the Council's deliberations. They were introduced to other members: Sarinthia Vor, a scholar whose mind was said to hold the secrets of interstellar mathematics; Arvex Talon, a warrior with a cybernetic arm forged from ancient alloys; and Dirin Ilmer, a mystic who could channel the raw energies of creation through intricate gestures and chants. Each member brought a unique perspective, and together they formed a living nexus of knowledge and power. The council's sessions were as much a battle of ideologies as they were a pursuit of truth. Heated debates arose about the nature of cosmic entropy, the role of free will in the grand design, and the ethical ramifications of manipulating forces that had shaped galaxies. Yet, amidst the intense dialogue, a shared vision emerged, a future where the dormant potential of all life could be awakened, allowing the universe to heal its deepest wounds. One night, in the flickering candlelight of the council's inner sanctum, Kael'thas revealed a crucial revelation. The key to unlocking the Aurora Codex lies not in brute force, but in balance. Every fragment of knowledge carries within it the seed of its opposite. Only by reconciling these dualities can we hope to harness the full spectrum of cosmic energy and quell the rising tide of entropy. His words, heavy with significance, underscored the delicate equilibrium that must be maintained between light and dark, creation and destruction. Emboldened by this insight, the travelers were entrusted with a new mission: to seek out the final fragment of the Aurora Codex, an elusive artifact hidden deep within the interstitial realm known as the Twilight Expanse. This fragment, Kael'thas explained, was the linchpin upon which the entire cosmic restoration depended. Without it, all their efforts would remain incomplete, and the destructive force of entropy would continue its inexorable advance. With solemn determination, Zyrak, Larintha, and Jorix left the comforting yet confining embrace of the Council of Shadows. Their minds buzzed with fresh revelations, and the weight of responsibility pressed upon them like the gravity of a collapsed star. The next stage of their journey awaited, a foray into the mysterious Twilight Expanse, where the boundary between reality and abstraction blurred, and where the final key to cosmic rebirth lay hidden among the shadows of possibility. The Twilight Expanse was a realm unlike any other, a place where the constructs of time and space lost their rigidity, replaced by a shifting landscape of surreal visions and unstable energies. Zyrak, Larintha, and Jorix entered this nebulous domain with trepidation, aware that each step forward might lead them deeper into the labyrinth of their own subconscious and the fractured memories of the cosmos. Here, the laws of physics were fluid. The travelers found themselves traversing endless plains where gravity ebbed and flowed like the tides, and where the horizon was punctuated by swirling vortices of color and light. It was as if the universe had decided to reveal its most guarded secrets by stripping away the veneer of order and exposing the raw, untamed chaos that lay beneath. The journey was a trial of both body and spirit. At times, the trio encountered echoes of past lives, fleeting images of beings who had once braved the mysteries of the cosmos. They saw reflections of themselves in shimmering pools of energy, moments of joy and sorrow intermingled with the primordial hum of creation. Each vision was a lesson, a reminder that the path to enlightenment was paved with both light and shadow. As they ventured deeper, the travelers encountered physical manifestations of entropy, a series of fractures in the very fabric of reality. These rifts, shimmering like the torn pages of a cosmic manuscript, threatened to swallow them whole. In one harrowing encounter, a rift materialized as a swirling maelstrom of inky darkness and searing light, its pull nearly irresistible. It was in that moment that Zyrak recalled Cyril Vin's warning. In every fragment of light, there exists an echo of darkness. Drawing upon the inner strength awakened by his recent trials, Zyrak reached out with his mind, summoning the cosmic resonance he had learned to channel. In a breathtaking display of will, he stabilized the rift long enough for the group to pass through unscathed. This act of harmonizing the opposing forces of creation and destruction imbued him with a profound sense of purpose, a realization that the power to restore cosmic balance lay within the union of disparate forces. Yet the twilight expanse was not solely a realm of peril. Amid the chaos, there were moments of transcendent beauty. In a valley bathed in the soft glow of bioluminescent flora, the travelers discovered an ancient obelisk inscribed with the very symbols they had seen in the archive of the ancients. The obelisk pulsed with an energy that resonated with the rhythm of their hearts, a silent beckoning to unlock the final fragment of the Aurora Codex. It was here that they encountered Avini's core, a being of ethereal grace, whose form seemed to be sculpted from pure energy and starlight. Avini's, the solitary guardian of the final fragment, had long dwelled within the twilight expanse, bound by an ancient oath to protect the key to cosmic rebirth. His eyes, deep and knowing, conveyed both sorrow and hope as he regarded the trio. "You have traversed the chasms of reality and faced the darkness within," Avini said softly, his voice echoing like a distant lullaby. "The fragment you seek is not merely an object, but a convergence of purpose and resolve. To claim it, you must confront the deepest fissures of your own existence and embrace the totality of your being." One by one, Zyrak, Larintha, and Jorix underwent a personal trial, a journey inward that forced them to confront their innermost fears, regrets, and aspirations. For Zyrak, it was a confrontation with the lingering echoes of his past, a time before the biocapsule and the burdens of destiny had weighed upon him. Larintha grappled with memories of isolation and the quiet despair that had haunted her steps in the long, lonely years of wandering. And Jorix, the archivist, faced the cumulative weight of countless lives and the sacrifices made in the name of preserving knowledge. In the crucible of self-revelation, they emerged transformed. The trials had stripped away the illusions that once confined them, leaving behind a clarity that resonated with the eternal pulse of the cosmos. Avini's core, witnessing their metamorphosis, extended his hand. From within the obelisk, he extracted a crystalline shard, a fragment of the Aurora Codex glowing with an inner radiance that defied explanation. "Take the shard," Avini's murmured, "and let it be the catalyst for a new dawn. With it, you hold the power to mend the fractures of reality and restore balance to a universe on the brink of dissolution." As the shard's light merged with the collective energy of the travelers, a surge of understanding coursed through them. They realized that the cosmos was not a static construct, but an ever-evolving symphony of light and darkness, a delicate balance that demanded both courage and compassion to sustain. With the final fragment in hand, the destiny of the universe now rested upon their shoulders. With the crystalline shard, the final piece of the Aurora Codex, securely in their possession, Zyrak, Larintha, and Jorix began the arduous journey back to Aetherion. The planet, still resplendent in its alien majesty, awaited the culmination of their quest. Overhead, the cosmic canvas was alive with swirling nebulae and the distant gleam of countless stars, each a silent witness to the unfolding epic. The return journey was marked by a growing awareness of the delicate balance that held the universe together. Every element of nature, every flicker of starlight, every ripple of cosmic energy, seemed to vibrate with anticipation. The travelers sensed that the reawakening of Aetherion was imminent, that the planet itself, like an ancient slumbering deity, was stirring to reclaim its lost glory. Upon their arrival at the research facility where Zyrak's journey had begun, they discovered signs of change. The long-dormant circuits pulsed with renewed energy, and the walls inscribed with cryptic runes now glowed with a luminous intensity. The facility, once a silent relic, had transformed into a nexus of cosmic resonance. It was as if the very fabric of Aetherion was responding to the awakening of its chosen guardians. In a climactic convergence of fate and purpose, the trio assembled the components of the Aurora Codex within the central chamber of the facility. The crystalline shard, placed upon an ancient pedestal flanked by holographic projections of the cosmos, began to hum with a deep, resonant frequency. The air vibrated, and an ethereal symphony of light and sound filled the chamber as the dormant energies of the planet stirred to life. From the depths of the facility, a projection of the long-lost architects materialized, a spectral assembly of beings who had once guided the evolution of the cosmos. Their faces, etched with the wisdom of millennia, bore expressions of both melancholy and hope. In a voice that transcended time, one of the architects spoke. "You have awakened the spark of creation. With the Aurora Codex, you hold the power to usher in a new era, a time when science and spirit, light and shadow, merge to heal the wounds of the cosmos." The merging of the shard with the facility's ancient technology triggered a cascade of events. Data streams flooded the room, illuminating long-forgotten memories and unspooling the secrets of Project Axiom. The holographic maps of distant nebulae shifted, revealing patterns that echoed the very rhythms of life and death. It was a moment of cosmic rebirth, a delicate interplay of destruction and renewal, as old structures gave way to the promise of a transformed future. Zyrak, his eyes alight with the fire of destiny, stepped forward to channel the energies that now converged within him. With Larintha and Jorix by his side, he invoked the teachings of the ancient architects and the wisdom gleaned from every trial they had faced. The combined force of their resolve resonated with the planet's core, igniting a chain reaction that reverberated through the very fabric of existence. Across Aetherion, the transformation was palpable. Crystalline forests pulsed with newfound vibrancy, rivers of luminescent liquid glowed with ethereal brilliance, and the very ground beneath them seemed to hum with the heartbeat of creation. The reactivation of Project Axiom had set into motion a renaissance, a reawakening of a cosmic legacy that would ripple across galaxies. Yet, even as the light of renewal spread, a lingering shadow remained. The destructive force of entropy, the dark energy sealed away by the ancient architects, stirred in the background, a reminder that creation and destruction were inseparable parts of the cosmic cycle. But now, armed with the wisdom of the past and the promise of the future, the guardians of Aetherion were determined to keep this primordial chaos in check. In a final act of cosmic synthesis, the crystalline shard pulsed one last time before dispersing into a radiant cascade that enveloped the entire planet. The energy, like a cosmic tide, washed over every corner of Aetherion, fusing the light of the Aurora Codex with the enduring spirit of its people. The rebirth of Aetherion was complete, a living testament to the power of unity, the resilience of hope, and the unyielding will to transform even the darkest void into a beacon of light. As the echoes of this monumental transformation reverberated through the cosmos, Zyrak, Larintha, and Jorix stood side by side, their hearts filled with the quiet satisfaction of a destiny fulfilled. The ancient architects' voices faded into the background, replaced by the symphony of a universe reborn. In that singular moment, the cycle of creation had been mended, and the promise of a luminous future shone as brightly as the stars overhead. Thus, the saga of Aetherion came full circle, a journey marked by wonder, peril, revelation, and the enduring power of hope. And as the cosmic dance continued, the guardians of Aetherion vowed to watch over the delicate balance of the universe, ensuring that the spark of creation would never again be extinguished. In the months that followed the rebirth of Aetherion, the planet, and indeed the wider cosmos, underwent a profound transformation. The energy unleashed by the Aurora Codex rippled outward, touching distant star systems and awakening dormant civilizations. As news of the cosmic renaissance spread through the interstellar networks, emissaries from myriad worlds arrived on Aetherion, drawn by the promise of renewal and the chance to partake in this new cosmic order. Among these newcomers was Zephyr Axelin, a diplomat from the crystalline world of Kyrian, whose entire civilization had long revered the ancient architects. Zephyr's arrival sparked a series of intergalactic dialogues, as scholars, scientists, and mystics gathered to celebrate the unification of disparate cultures and the rebirth of a cosmic paradigm. Meetings were held in vast amphitheaters carved out of pure energy, where holographic images of long-lost celestial wonders mingled with the vibrant visions of the present. Under the guidance of the newly formed Cosmic Accord, a coalition of beings dedicated to maintaining the balance between innovation and tradition, a renaissance of thought and technology took shape. Innovative ideas flowed like rivers of light, blending quantum physics with metaphysical insights, and engineering marvels were built that harnessed the very fabric of cosmic energy. The once fragmented history of the ancient architects became a source of inspiration for a new generation, one that believed in the power of unity to transcend even the darkest aspects of existence. Zyrak, now a revered figure among the Accord, dedicated himself to teaching the principles of Project Axiom to those eager to understand the delicate interplay of cosmic forces. Larintha, whose journey had transformed her into both a scholar and a spiritual guide, spearheaded efforts to integrate ancient wisdom into modern life. And Jorix, the gentle archivist whose mechanical form belied a deep empathy for all living things, chronicled the ongoing saga of Aetherion, ensuring that the lessons of the past would illuminate the paths of the future. Together, they navigated the challenges of forging a new cosmic order, balancing the exuberance of innovation with the solemn responsibility of stewardship. They encountered tensions among species still scarred by millennia of conflict, negotiated alliances with entities whose forms defied conventional understanding, and even faced internal struggles as the memories of past sacrifices stirred emotions long suppressed. Amid these efforts, a new mystery began to unfold. Deep within the cosmic streams that connected star systems, patterns of energy emerged that hinted at an even older force at work, a primordial intelligence that had woven itself into the tapestry of creation before the rise of the ancient architects. This force, neither wholly benevolent nor malicious, appeared to be testing the resilience of the newly formed cosmic order. Its subtle influences were felt in strange synchronicities, unexpected bursts of cosmic energy, and fleeting encounters with beings whose existence straddled the boundaries of reality. As the Cosmic Accord convened in a grand conclave to address these enigmatic phenomena, Zyrak stood before representatives of countless civilizations, his voice steady and resolute. "We are the inheritors of an immense legacy," he proclaimed, "one that binds us to both the triumphs and the tragedies of our past. But in every challenge, there lies the opportunity for growth. Let us embrace the uncertainties of the cosmos, and together, forge a future that transcends the limitations of fear." The gathering was a moment of profound unity, a declaration that the rebirth of Aetherion was only the beginning. The Accord resolved to embark on a series of exploratory missions, not only to further understand the primordial force, but also to share the light of the Aurora Codex with distant, forgotten realms. In these endeavors, the lines between science and spirituality blurred, and the entire galaxy began to hum with the possibilities of a future reimagined. Eons pass in the cosmic dance, yet the spirit of Aetherion endures, a beacon of hope amidst the ever-turning wheel of time. The legacy of Zyrak, Larintha, Jorix, and all those who dared to dream of unity and balance continues to ripple through the corridors of space and time, reminding every sentient being that creation is an eternal, evolving symphony. In quiet moments across the galaxy, in the gentle glow of nebulae and the soft hum of distant quasars, echoes of the Aurora Codex resound. They speak of a time when the cosmos was fractured by entropy, and of a group of courageous souls who rose to heal its wounds with wisdom, compassion, and unwavering resolve. On Aetherion, the reborn planet stands as a living testament to that ancient promise. Crystalline forests whisper the names of long-gone guardians, luminescent rivers sing the lullabies of renewed hope, and the very ground pulses with the harmonious cadence of a universe in balance. The research facility, once a relic of mystery, has been transformed into a grand institute of learning, where beings from every corner of existence gather to explore the secrets of the cosmos and celebrate the union of science and spirit. As new generations step forward, inspired by the legacy of the past and driven by the boundless potential of the future, the Cosmic Accord continues its sacred work. Exploratory vessels journey into uncharted dimensions, ancient mysteries are revisited with fresh eyes, and the primordial intelligence that once stirred in the cosmic streams now appears as a benevolent guide, a reminder that the cycle of creation is infinite. In this eternal resonance, every life, every star, every whisper of cosmic dust is interwoven into a magnificent tapestry of light and shadow. And though challenges may arise, the enduring spirit of hope and the unyielding power of unity ensure that the spark of creation will forever illuminate even the darkest corners of the universe. Thus, the saga of Aetherion, begun with a solitary awakening and nurtured by the collaborative will of countless beings, finds its place among the stars, a timeless chronicle of transformation, perseverance, and the eternal dance of light and darkness. In the cosmic symphony, every note matters, and every soul is a vital chord in the grand opus of existence.